Are you on board with the concept of desistance from crime and looking to take it up a notch? Looking for some examples to illustrate the themes of this series on desistance from crime? How can we move the process from the assessment of desistance correlates to interventions? Keep watching to find out the answer to these questions and more. I'm Joseph Arvidsson, Executive Director of the Paragon Group and host of both the Criminologist podcast and the Criminologist channel on YouTube. Today we're going to build on some of the themes we've already established in this series on desistance from crime. In previous episodes, we've given an overview as to the process of desistance from crime, talked about the critical role that identity plays in desistance, given some context as to the pathways into and out of crime, and most recently talked about the assessment for some of those desistance correlates. In this episode, I'm going to link assessment to intervention. Interventions which can accelerate the desistance process. The practitioner does not have to merely wait for the good old age crime curve to kick in. Rather, you can take concrete steps to help your clients down the pathway of desistance. In our previous episode, I walked you through the three subsections of Dr. Serin's assessment tool, the DRAOR. Again, that's the Dynamic Assessment for Offender Reentry. Those subsections group all items of the tool into stable variables, acute variables, and protective variables. Let's mock up an assessment to illustrate these concepts, shall we? Stable factors address criminal orientation and impulsivity concerns. For example, our client today presents indicators with negative peer associates, impulsivity, and a sense of entitlement, that is, self-centeredness at the expense of others. Interventions may fall along the lines of a cost-benefits analysis, a behavior chain, traditional social skills geared towards negative peers. Again, those are criminogenic, so we would expect to see some of those traditional cognitive interventions. Acute factors address self-control issues and lifestyle aggravators. For illustration, our client today presents indicators in this subsection of substance abuse, opportunity and access to victim, and their living situation. So for interventions, and again, as noted in our previous chapter in this series, acute factors can change rapidly in the lives of our clients. Here, we could see a relapse, change of housing, and access to victim all being tied together. And again, typical risk-need responsivity assessments are done annually, so months can go by without these acute flare-ups being detected and addressed. The DRAOR is done much more frequently, thereby detecting these factors in time to remedy them. Protective factors address social support and prosocial identity changes. Yes, identity changes. In the DRAOR, the presence of protective items is reflective of those things in our clients' lives which shield them against risk. Protective factors are the things in the lives of justice-involved individuals that support change and help them down the pathway towards desistance. In our client today, let's say they have good social supports, a strong prosocial identity, and are really open and responsive to advice. In addition to traditional cognitive behavioral interventions, at the Paragon Group, we've designed tools to help clients make that transformation towards desistance by imagining their future crime-free self and augmenting their social capital. If you wish to learn more as to all 19 items in the Dreyer Assessment and Case Management tool, you can reach me via the Paragon Group LLC.com, or you can send me an email directly to thecriminologistpodcast@gmail.com. We offer training and support with both the Level of Service Case Management Inventory, the LSCMI, and the DRAOR. This is part of an ongoing series on the topic of desistance from crime. If you are intrigued and want to learn more, please check out our podcast, The Criminologist. In that podcast, I supervise a caseload of fictitious felons, helping them all discover their own pathways towards desistance. The Criminologist podcast is available on all of your quality podcast platforms. And be sure to subscribe to this channel as well. Simply click on our logo. And thanks for watching.